previously on the like this is nice, but I don't know. This
I don't know if it's the
this font
G
doesn't
or what it
I don't
is,
know.
or the S is the only cursive. I don't know, but like there's something about it that just throws me off.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the MPP, the Noah and Patrick podcast, and this is episode number 29. 29. 29. 29.
Always questioning if it's the right number or not.
29. 29. Yeah.
29.
Thank you. Okay, cool. Uh The you don't wash a towel. The towel washes you. I messed it up. That's fine. I had to use that at work, and both my coworkers just looked at me, and I was like, "You good, bud?" And he's like, "You don't wash your towel?" And I was like, "No, no, no, no. It's not the point."
What
Um.
object gets wet the more it dries?
Oh.
A towel.
Towel.
There you go.
Nice.
You got your next little riddle.
Riddle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Happy National Exercise Day.
Nice. You exercise today?
No. Well,
Okay.
yeah. I guess I did yard work. That
That
was
counts.
exercising.
Yeah.
It was a lot. Hopefully everyone's having a great week, enough about this whole nonsense. But we got two things happening this week and next week, starting this week and starting next week. One of them being the NBA playoffs, which is fun. Fortunately, the Bulls did lose. Broke Noah's heart. He was very heartbroken. Couldn't sleep for 2 days, even though he can't sleep anyways. But the Warriors did win, and they are going to play the Rockets. So that's fun. So we're gonna do a little first round predictions, and then the second thing is we're gonna do a little prediction of the NFL draft. Woo!
It's
The
next
NFL
Thursday.
draft. Should be interesting. I feel like it's like a low key type of draft, right? You don't really have like the big stars. Like last year was crazy. What 7 QBs
Yeah.
came off the board in the first 12 picks. So I don't know. It's a little
Yeah, there's a
different.
lot more questioning about who's going to be picked where. Um, I feel like there's still a lot of questions for this draft, but like you said, there's not that big star name that's really
It's like
taking over
the
the draft.
it's like the NBA draft last year. Just
Yeah, yeah, and because I guess like every year there's kind of the one big name, if not the big QB at least.
yeah,
Um, and this year, I guess Shedeur Sanders is considered the biggest name of the QBs, but he's not even projected to be the first QB
yeah,
taken, and could potentially not even be the second.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, well, it still still could be interesting. But a lot more leaves more potential for trades.
Yeah. So, Noah found this very nice mock draft simulator. We are gonna choose which team pick. What players they choose. Draft. Noah will be on the left side here, and I will be on the right side. Because why not? So the Titans have the first pick. Are we picking the same player?
I think it's always going to be Cam Ward.
Okay.
You just got to go. It's pretty much been confirmed, I think, at this point.
Yes.
That would be a huge surprise if
They
he's not.
traded down or something, right?
Yeah, I think they would have traded by now, though, if they were going to.
Yeah, I think so too. Game Ward. All right. This could get interesting, maybe. Cleveland Browns. I do have a coworker that is a Cleveland Browns fan. And he wants Travis Hunter. And I mean, I guess I'll just talk about it now. Travis Hunter said, if an NFL team the NFL team that drafts him doesn't allow him to play both ways, he's just going to quit football. That's definitely not true. I think he'll play football no matter what,
Yeah.
but maybe he won't play every play, you know? Like, I forgot who I was listening to. They made a good point. Like, some quarterbacks don't play every snap, you know? It depends on what kind of package they are running. He can play like I don't know, 5 defensive plays, you know, per drive or whatever. So I'm gonna go with Travis Hunter. Noah, who do you got?
Yeah, like just go off of what you said. I've been seeing like a lot of like analysts saying he's not the best receiver and he's not the best corner. So if you're not going to play him at both positions, then why pick him second overall? Like you might as well play him at both positions because he's the probably the best overall football player, but he's not the
Yeah,
best at each position. So um I think the Browns will pick him and I think he's going to be a two-way player.
yeah.
So it just depends how like
The
you said how much he
Browns,
plays.
yeah, the Browns, as it says on the screen, need everything, literally everything.
Yeah.
So you might as well try to, you know, figure it out with Travis Hunter so he can play both ways.
Yeah.
Be a playmaker on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, and I mean like you said he helps two of their needs, so might
Yeah.
as well.
Next on the clock is the New York G-Man.
Yeah, the Giants, a potential trade down candidate here. Um,
Yeah.
they don't really need an edge. I don't know how they feel about Kayvon Thibodeau still, but um, I think they choose Abdul Carter. Um,
Yeah.
once they signed Winston and uh Russell,
Russell Wilson. Yeah.
I think it was yeah pretty much guaranteed that they're not going to go QB at least first pick. Um,
Yeah.
might just see them go maybe second round or
Yeah.
later on in the draft. Maybe trade back up. Who knows?
Yeah, there's a little you know, there's a lot of second round QBs, third round QBs that you can pick up if they do want to address that position, but I think I'm going the same with Abdul Carter, you know, just next man up, best available and you know, this guy's a beast. So,
Yeah.
all
Right
right.
now, I think is where it could start to mix up a little bit with picks.
Yeah, the Patriots, you know, they have Drake May and he was a pretty solid option um last year, you know. They don't have to worry about him. Um who are you going with?
I think you try and protect your franchise QB. You can always address wide receivers later. There's a lot of good receivers, and there's a lot of good edges, defense, but I don't think they're looking for that. So, and also a lot of good running backs later in the draft. So I'm going with Will Campbell is who I think they're going to go with the left tackle.
Nice. Good call. Good call. Why not? I'll go different. I think they take McMillan here. Go wide receiver.
Okay.
Can't go wrong with
Yeah.
this guy. Um, of course he's a beast, you know. And the
Best
Patriots
receiver in the draft.
need a wide receiver, so all right. Next is Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, Jaguars need a lot of things also. A lot of people thinking Mason Graham goes here. Um, but I think they just got rid of
Kirk.
Evan Ingram. They
Chris Kirk, right?
need that help on offense. They're gonna want to appease Lawrence. So I think they go tight end Tyler Warren at 5.
Nice.
I think there's a good chance they trade back and get Tyler Warren, but we're not gonna do trades. So I think they go Tyler Warren.
Wherever they land up.
Yeah, I think they get Tyler Warren.
Yeah. Uh, you know, Noah provided great feedback there. I think they go. Man, go. Let's give them Mason Graham. Why not? Um, they can always figure out wide receiver and tight end, like we said. You can get someone later, maybe not tight end, but of course, maybe a couple wide receivers down the line. They go Mason Graham. I don't think they really have a D. No, wait, they have. Did they still have Josh Allen, defensive player,
I'm
or is
not
he
sure.
gone? I don't know. Who keeps up with the Jaguars? Am I right?
Right
Just so
here.
we all. The only thing I know about the Jaguars is that Trevor Lawrence has been probably not a bust, but he hasn't lived up to the hype
Yeah.
every single year. That's what everyone talks about the Jaguars. Las Vegas Raiders.
As much as I would love to see Ashton Genty fall down the ranks to my Chicago Bears, I don't think he falls past the Raiders.
It's
Um,
been pretty gun ho for the Raiders to choose Genty here.
yeah, the only way I can see it is Bears trade up with the Jaguars. Jaguars, like I said, are a trade candidate. But um, the Raiders are, yeah, for me, they're either going to go McMillan or Genty here, and I think they're going to go Genty.
Yeah, they get their QB, um, Geno
Gino.
Smith, and that's a good 1-2 punch. Three, well, 1-2-3 punch with Brock Bowers at tight end. That guy's a beast. So excited what the to see what they can do, Geno Smith and Brock Bowers, but to have a guy with Ashton Genty as well, so no brainer. New York Jets, Jets, Jets.
Just signed Justin Fields.
Yep.
Um, Ted McMillan here would be really cool. I think that'd be cool to help him out, but they really need a right tackle, and the offensive line um, needs some help. So Armand Mambu had a great showing at the combine, really shot up the draft board, and I think he'll be a good fit there to help protect Justin Fields.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna give them Will Campbell. If this guy drops to them at 7, um, I think that would be a good thing for the Jets to give Justin Fields some help because I feel like he's still trying to find his stride too. It was kind of sucked what happened in Pittsburgh where he got replaced, but
Yeah, they were 5 and
um,
1, and he got replaced with Russell Wilson.
yeah. So have him play left tackle, the blind side. I don't know if he plays left tackle, but yeah. Carolina Panthers,
Um,
no. You give him McMillan.
yeah, so they could either go receiver or cornerback here.
Yeah,
Um, and I think you always go with the QB, right? You always go and try to help your QB. Bryce Young had a very um he
shaky.
showed a lot of improvement last season.
Yeah,
So I think they get Ted McMillan, and they kind of finish that offense there.
yeah. I mean, jeez, who's the other wide receiver there?
I mean they have
I can only think of
um
Thielen, but
yeah,
that's not
Thielen,
who
and
I'm
then
thinking of.
who they just drafted last year with their first pick. I can't remember either.
He was he was good
Yeah,
ish.
he's a country, South Carolina. He has an
Oh,
accent.
Xavier Leggett.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's who it
that's the
is.
guy. Yeah, so I could see McMillan and Leggett um, tearing up. If Bryce Young played like how he did the last 2 games, I mean the Panthers.
I mean, he looked good.
He did look good. So, I say the Panthers trying to beef up the defense. Um, let's go with who am I going with here? I did some research here. It's either Jadair Barron, maybe a little cornerback action, or it is am I like blind?
What are you looking for?
Jalen Walker. Jalen Walker. Here we go.
Fire.
Linebacker, Georgia.
Nice. Yeah, they have him lower on this site than other ones.
The other ones, yeah. Yeah, so I'm going with Jalen Walker. Little linebacker action. Middle of the defense.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, Noah.
Like everyone has been saying the Saints, looking QB, Shadur Sanders, if he falls. But I don't think they do. I think with Mason Graham here, I think they go and beef up that defensive line even more. Um, and the fall of Shadur Sanders continues. And I don't know where he's going to end up, but um, yeah, Mason Graham to the Saints.
Good, good choice. Good choice. Um, why not? There's always that one team that makes like a boneheaded choice. It was the Falcons taking Michael Penix after signing Kirk Cousins, to like a big, huge deal, right? I think the Saints is that team this year, and I'm gonna give them Shadir Sanders.
I mean, they have Matt Moore, new coach, so he goes and gets his guy, who is it? Spencer Rattler's there, but
Ah, that guy's horrible.
who knows if he doesn't like Spencer Rattler.
I would not like him. I would say that.
And then Derek Carr also coming off an injury, so
Yeah. All right. Who does your Chicago Bears, the Bears, go with, Noah?
yeah, I think normally you go best player available, but cornerback here, their best position, um, probably on the team. Safety, they they can probably get a safety later on in the draft, like Nick Emanwari, maybe second round. So I'm gonna go with Omarion Hampton from North Carolina. They reach on the running back, the the position that they really need.
Oh, Marion.
Yeah, Omarion Hampton, and that offense it's coming together.
Yeah. I saw that the Bears take Tyler Warren here. If he drops to the Bears. Uh, I mean that guy could do everything in the what was it? Whatever bowl they played, semifinals, right?
Yeah,
He's like a Taysom Hill. Maybe that's what the Bears need. Just a all around guy for Caleb Williams. He can block, he can catch, he can run. Maybe that's your running back right there. No, Taylor Warren,
pair
Tyler
him up with
Warren.
Cole Kmet. I mean,
Yeah,
who knows?
who knows? So we usually do the top 10 pick, but luckily enough, the Niners are picking 11.
Yeah, so add one more.
Yeah. So I've been hearing talks. Maybe you go like cornerback here, Jadair Barron. Can't go wrong with that guy. But you can't go wrong with the offensive lineman, and I'm going with um, who am I going with? People are saying Kelvin Banks Jr. and I'm going with who are they? Uh, who they're saying. So
Yeah, and then for the 49ers, they just lost Dre Greenlaw, so I'm gonna go linebacker, Jihad Campbell from Alabama.
roll tide.
Yeah, there you go. That's the picks right there, top 11.
No,
For me, Shadur Sanders falls out of the top 11.
no.
Um,
Oh, here it is.
Patrick Sanders gets picked at 9, which a lot of people are now predicting.
Yeah, here it is. A little different. You know, why not? Cam Ward going number one, of course. Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter, and then whatever the Patriots want to do, whatever the Jaguars want to do. Ashton Genty at 6, tackle, linebacker, McMillan going to the Panthers would be pretty sweet. And Noah's going with a running back for his Chicago Bears, while I go with a tackle because uh, Trent Williams is 45 years old, and
On his last legs.
yeah, yeah, it's getting it's time. It's time, bud. Just wrap it
Yeah.
up, huh?
Yeah, let us know who you guys pick. Your top 11.
Yep,
Um, and if you think Shadur Sanders is going to fall.
that's true. Nice. Let's go on to first round predictions for the NBA.
Yeah, right now the Heat and Hawks are playing. They are in OT,
Nice.
106, 106. You want to start with the East, I guess.
Yeah. Whoever gets the eighth seed, no
Doesn't
chance for
matter.
the Cavs.
It does not
I'm picking
matter.
Thunder and Cavs. You know, that's
Well,
I don't.
that's the full-on pick already to make it all the
Yeah.
way.
No, 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 not to go all the way,
Oh,
just to win the first round. Those are my
yeah.
two for sure.
Oh, okay, okay.
No, no, no,
Bold
no.
predictions right out of the gate.
East round, Eastern round, I got Cavs. I got hmm. That's actually a hard choice. Pacers or Bucks. Damian Lillard is coming back and he got cleared from his blood clot. Why not? Pacers shock the world.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Pacers too. Even though they're higher seed, it would be considered an upset, obviously because it's Giannis. But I think Pacers better overall team. Like you said, Lillard's coming back, but he's going to miss the start of the series. So I don't know when he's coming back in the series, and he's missed like what, 2 months.
Yeah.
So he's going to be rusty, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah,
Yeah.
Cavs, Pacers so far. That's what I have also.
This team hasn't really made the playoffs in quite a few. They were the laughing stock of the NBA for the longest time. I'm gonna go with the Pistons, upset the Knicks.
Yeah, I'm also going with the Pistons. I just like Cade Cunningham. It's going to be great, especially going up against what Brunson.
Yeah.
Um,
This might be like the most exciting matchup, honestly. Knicks,
yeah, it's
Pistons.
gonna be the best matchup in the East for sure.
Pistons have a just overall good lineup, I think they
Yeah,
can
good
hang with the Knicks.
young team,
Yeah,
scrappy team.
yeah. And Celtics Magic, I gotta go Celtics. But I do have a coworker that is a Orlando Magic fan, and I would love for them to at least win one game.
I want to pick for your coworker. I want to say the Magic win. I kind of like the matchup here for the Magic.
Nice.
Too bad Jalen Suggs isn't playing, or else I'd be a lot more confident in the Magic's doing better. But um, I'll go with the Magic for fun. We'll get one upset in here.
Yep. One upset. We had the Pistons.
I guess, yeah, but
Two.
I guess two upsets. And I
Okay.
think the Pistons. A lot of people like the Pistons though. So
Yeah. But 3-6. That's a pretty big upset.
yeah, it's a nice little.
All right. Western Conference. Got the Thunder. Noah, you got the Thunder versus
Yeah,
Mavs or Grizzlies.
Grizzlies would be fun, but yeah, the Thunder just insane team.
Yeah.
Offense, defense doesn't matter.
Nuggets Clippers. This one's gonna be a fun one. Um, oh man, Clippers. It's a toss up for
Clippers
me.
are hot.
It's a
Clippers
toss.
are
Yeah,
hot.
no, it is a toss up. They did beat the Warriors, in the last game of the season, which was very disappointing. But James Harden shows up. Kawhi. I'll go Nuggets.
I think the Nuggets are a little out of it. It all depends on Jamal Murray. Is he going to be playoff Jamal Murray? Who knows if he shows up or
Yeah.
not? But um, Clippers are hot. Nuggets are cold. I think the team you want to play right now is probably the Nuggets.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna go Clippers.
good choice.
It is a
Next
toss up.
we next we got the Lakers and the Timberwolves.
I don't even know how you guard LeBron, Reeves, and Luca.
Luka.
Like
Yeah.
it's rough.
Yeah, Reeves has been shooting the ball well from three. Um, the Lakers just gotta play some defense. That's all you can ask. Some defense.
Yeah,
And
and I mean the Lakers' biggest weakness is the center position, obviously, and the Timberwolves have Rudy Gobert, but we've seen teams run Rudy Gobert out of the line, out of
yeah,
the off the
he's
floor
he's
in the playoffs
useless.
before. Yeah, especially in the playoffs before. He can't stretch the floor. Um, clogs up the lane. Lakers are a good 3-point shooting team, so
Yeah.
I think their small ball lineup is gonna win
Yeah.
that matchup.
Luca playoffs, Lakers. Don't be surprised he drops at least 35 in the first game.
There's a chance we see LeBron on Rudy, and that'll be interesting how that's gonna work
Yeah.
out. It'll be fun to see what the Lakers do at center against
Yeah.
Rudy. But yeah, Lakers. I think Lakers in five, maybe.
All right. So we got Thunder, I got Nuggets, Noah got Clippers, we both got Lakers. How can I root against the Warriors? This team is crazy. A lot of ups and a lot of downs. But of course I gotta ride strong with the Warriors. If they get past the Rockets, also this team is super tired. I know they say they're not tired, but this team has to be exhausted. The last 10 games of the season were all playoff games for this team. Uh, don't I wouldn't be surprised if they drop game one, they lose in Houston. But I still got the Warriors in six. And if they get past the Rockets, I'm gonna say they play the Thunder in the conference finals.
I think the only way the Warriors win this series is in seven. Um, the Rockets, I think, are the worst possible matchup for the Warriors.
Yeah,
Obviously, you don't want to face the Thunder, but I think the small ball Warriors versus the Thunder would be better. You can get Hartenstein and Holmgren off the floor. But Rockets, defensive wise, I think match up perfectly. They could put a lot of guys on Curry,
yeah.
Butler, all a lot of switchable players. So um, leave Draymond open for threes, stuff like that. But I have Rockets and honestly, I have Rockets in five.
Yeah.
Well,
I
but like you
mean,
said, they're
the
like
last
an
time
old team. The Warriors are an old team.
yeah,
So
the last time they played, they held Curry to one shot or one make,
one
basically.
bucket, yeah, 1
Um,
for 10. I don't think he'll do that again, but
I don't think so either. But also Curry, I feel like Curry and Butler need a perfect game.
exactly, yeah.
Every game needs to be perfect for them, which it's gonna be very tough for them at times. So, um,
Yeah, the only reason why they beat the Grizzlies was because they both had over 30 points and Butler had 20 free throws or something. I don't think he's going to be getting that many free throw attempts in the first round playoff games. So as long as Jimmy can knock down his shots because he's a little streaky, then I think
yeah,
they have a chance. And we'll
yeah.
see if Kaminga plays at all because it looks like he's probably not going to play.
It looks like he is gonna play.
I don't know. He didn't play again in
I
any of the
feel
other
like there's
games.
gonna be more situations in this matchup for him to play. That's my
Yeah.
take.
That's what everyone said about the last game. That we need someone who can go in there, get some rebounds. Kuminga 6'10", didn't play.
Yeah.
They put in Santos instead. So um,
What can you
you
do?
never know with Steve Kerr. You never know.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
he loves
Look
those
at the Olympics,
rotations.
huh? Look at the
Yeah, he
Olympics.
he loves to surprise with the rotations.
Yeah. Couple household items before we end this episode.
Yeah, you can just do the Nico thing. We'll talk
Okay.
about Nico.
Nico Imaliava. I don't know how you pronounce the last name.
I
Is
think
that
that's
it?
pretty close.
Pretty
It's pretty
good.
close.
Okay,
Yeah.
Nico I.
Imaliava.
Interesting. How this all came to be. He was he's a he was the Tennessee QB, and he going into his second year, he had a great year for Tennessee, got them to the playoffs. His camp supposedly pushed for more NIL money and was gonna hold out until he got his money, and Tennessee said, "No, that's not how we're gonna roll, and you're off the team. Like we don't want to deal with that." So they cut his scholarship and basically cut him. Um, and supposedly now he's gonna play for UCLA. He was making 4 million at Tennessee. He was pushing for more money for than 4 million, and he's getting paid under 4 million to go to UCLA, around 1.5 after taxes, $800,000. So I don't know what he really gained from all this. Supposedly they said his dad is kind of, he was trying to chase the money, and he thought he could get a better deal, but it didn't work out. And Tennessee didn't want to deal with all that, and they said bye bye. So
Yeah.
supposedly Nico also replaced his brother at UCLA. So,
Dang.
and now the brother is playing, going to Arkansas, maybe. I think that's what I saw. But yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
Probably one
Well,
of the first cases, of, a team just don't doesn't care. See ya.
yeah. It seemed like it was kind of a real rash decision by Tennessee because now they're stuck kind of without a QB. Everyone else is kind of uh already transferred somewhere, signed somewhere. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with Tennessee QB situation. But um, yeah, it seems more like Tennessee was like, no, leave, than it was Nico, like, I'm out of here unless you pay me, type of thing. So um, I don't know. Both are in the wrong, I think, in my opinion. They could have probably talked it out more and been like, hey, improve your play, maybe you get a little more, but not now or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or we're not gonna budge or anything. If you want to hold out, hold out. But then
They just decided to go somewhere else for
yeah,
less
and then
money.
but
Would
then you pull a scholarship, you kind of give him no choice. Now you're stuck without a QB and he's still making money somewhere else to play. So I don't know. It's interesting situation from Tennessee. Um
Yeah.
but
What are you gonna
they
do? This is how college
that
football is.
that's how it's gonna be
Yeah.
from now on
It's also, Bill Belichick's girlfriend's running the team, supposedly. She's like an assistant coach or whatever. I don't know if you saw that as well.
for North Carolina.
Yeah.
I did see something, but I didn't really like look at
She's
it.
like
But
helping at practices, and yeah. So I'm curious how this all comes to be. College football should be a fun year. Also, Lee Corso is retiring. His last show is going to be week 1 of college football. So sad to see him
yeah,
go, but understand, he wasn't really traveling that much with the broadcast crew, but or he would just come
he's
in
getting
for
old.
headgear, I think. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is it for this episode number 29. Hopefully everyone has a great weekend. Happy Easter if you celebrate, and happy 420. So.
Nice. See you guys.